Hello, friends, and welcome to the Freedom Table podcast. Here, you'll find biblical truth to help you on your weight loss journey, and you'll find some tips and tricks along with a healthy recipe to help encourage you from day to day. Whether you've struggled or failed or cycled through diets over 100 times, or you're just starting today, I just want you to know that you have a place here at the table of grace and at the freedom table of the Lord. It is with such great joy that I welcome you. If we haven't met yet, I'm Renee Rasheva, and I lost 40 pounds in 2018 in what felt like a supernatural way. It really seemed like it was coming right off of me. And there were just times in my life, like I struggled with my weight pretty much all of my life. And when the Lord did this miracle in my life, it really became a whole lifestyle change. And that's why I've created this podcast. But I know in the day in and day out, we can easily get discouraged when we're going through our weight loss journey. You can see the scale go up, go down, late night, like stresses, things that you're going through, things that are hard. And you can find that where do I turn? And that's exactly where I would like you to be. I'd love you to land right here. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we are posting so that you can have encouragement midweek or end of week, whatever it is, so that you can be spurred on in your weight loss journey. So here today, I have got my cup of Creo Brew, actually. It's made out of the cacao bean, so it's like super good for you. It's caffeine free, and it doesn't taste quite like chocolate, but it doesn't taste quite like coffee. It's kind of got the bitterness of the coffee, but yet it's got like a chocolatey, nutty flavor. So delicious. I will link it below with no affiliation required, just something great to try. Today, I want to talk about the subject of shame. I don't know about you, but I would often feel super uncomfortable when I was in groups with people, just feeling the weight and the burden of how I looked compared to everybody else. And I've had other people in my life who've struggled with their weight as well. And I saw that it was a theme that a lot of us struggled with. Like I struggled with it, and I know others that struggled with it. And that's the shame and the cloak of wearing your weight, wearing it in this way of like a stigma in society. And I know that a lot of people, right? People could have secret dark sins that nobody knows what's going on behind their closet, but it's not actually brought out. It's not visually seen. But I feel like there's this stigma that comes because when we're overweight, we can see that maybe we've treated our body differently, we're not right, or whatever it is. And I feel like there's just a stigma and a shame that comes along with it. I know it's kind of changed a bit with the body positivity movement, but it still exists. And I want to bring in the subject today. In John 4, we're going to be talking about the woman at the well and how the Lord wants to take off your identity of that you wear your weight as a cloak of shame, or feel uncomfortable and just feel ashamed of who you are, right? So here we're going to dive right into John 4. Jesus is coming up to the Samaritan woman, and it's in the heat of the day. And the Samaritans were a group of people that were very hated by the Jews. They weren't accepted. And especially this woman, right? In general, the women would go to draw water in the morning, or they would go to draw water in the evening, not when the sun was shining down on them. It's in Israel, it's super hot. And the women who would draw water from the well at the afternoon hour, it was usually women who had issues of shame. They had some kind of stigma that they were carrying around because people didn't want to associate with them. And so we're going to come into here, and even the fact that Jesus is talking to the Samaritan woman, it's a miracle. It's a miracle that he even as a man in that society, spoke with her, sat down with her, had a conversation with her, and revealed himself to her was absolutely beautiful. And it shows us that he is not a respecter of persons. He's not somebody that's oh, you're this, and this, and I'm not going to associate with you. Actually, he sees her. He sees where she's at in her cloak of shame, and he's coming to take it off of her. We're going to start in 4, verse 6. And Jacob's well was there. So Jesus, tired as he was from his journey, sat down to rest by the well. It was then about the 6th hour. Presently, when a woman of Samaria came along to draw water, Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink." And his disciples had gone off into the town to buy food. The Samaritan woman said to him, "How is it that you, being a Jew, ask me, a Samaritan, and a woman for a drink? For the Jews have nothing to do with the Samaritans." Jesus answered her, If you had only known and had recognized the gift and who this is that is saying to you, 'Give me a drink,' you would have asked him. Instead, he would have given you living water." She said to him, "Sir, you have nothing to draw with, no drawing bucket, and the well is deep. How then can you provide living water? Where do you get your living water? Are you greater than and superior to our ancestor Jacob, who gave us this well and who used to drink from it himself, and his sons and his cattle also?" Jesus answered her, "All who drink of this water will be thirsty again. But whoever takes a drink of the water that I give him shall never be thirsty anymore. But the water that I will give him shall become a spring of water, welling up, flowing, bubbling continually within him, into for eternal life." The woman said to him, "Sir, give me this water so that I may never get thirsty, nor have to come continually here to draw." At this, Jesus said to her, "Go call your husband and come back here." The woman answered, "I have no husband." Jesus said to her, "You have spoken truly in saying, 'I have no husband.' For you have had 5 husbands, and the man you are now living with is not your husband. In this you have spoken truly." The woman said to him, "Sir, I see and understand that you are a prophet. Our forefathers worshipped on this mountain, but you Jews say that Jerusalem is the place where it is necessary and proper to worship." And Jesus said to her, "Woman, believe me, there is a time coming when you will worship the Father neither merely on this mountain nor merely in Jerusalem. You Samaritans do not know what you are worshiping. You worship what you do not comprehend. We do know what we are worshiping. We worship what we have knowledge of and understand, for after all, salvation comes from among the Jews. A time will come, however, indeed it is already here, when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and truth, for the Father is seeking just such people as these worshipers. And I'm going to stop right there. I've read quite a bit, and you can keep going on and reading on your own personal time. But I want to hone in on the fact that this woman said to Jesus in this interaction, he's talking with her, he's inviting her in. First, she's a Samaritan. He shouldn't be speaking with her. She's like, "You shouldn't be speaking with me." But she had 5 husbands, and the one she was living with wasn't her husband. And that means that she was considered an adulteress for 5 different times. She would have been the scorn of society, and she would have been wearing a cloak of shame. And in that moment, in her hiding, she hid from the society around her. She hid from all the people who would judge her, cast blame on her, look down on her. And in the midst of her hiding, Jesus found her. Jesus didn't go on with the other disciples. He sat down in the heat of the day and strategically, I believe, came to encounter this woman and tell her later on, she's like, "I can tell you're a prophet." But as he continues to tell about who she is and who he is, she begins to see that he's not just a prophet, that he's the Son of God, and that he's the Messiah that is to come. And he has chosen to sit down with her and to commune with her and to speak with her. And in the place of her hiding, he actually met her. And I would just want to encourage you today, if you're hiding in your weight loss, and you're hiding in your weight and your shame, and you're hiding in the closets with food, and you're going to the pantry at night when everybody's asleep, and you have the peace and quiet, and you're like, I can have this time to myself. I can enjoy all of this food because you have nothing else to go to, or you feel like that's the place of comfort or whatever it is. And yet at the same time, you feel ashamed and you feel guilty because you're hiding yourself in your clothes and in everything that you're going through. I really believe that the Lord can meet you, and I pray that He's doing it right now as I'm doing this podcast, that he can meet you in the place of your hiding, in the place of your shame, in the place of your confusion, in the place where you don't want to see anybody, you don't want to talk to anybody, you don't even feel comfortable to go to the gatherings or to see the people because you're afraid of what they'll say, how they'll look at you, how you won't fit in quite there. And the Lord wants to show you, just like He wanted to show this woman at the well, that she was not the identity of a woman who has been with 5 husbands and was with another man that wasn't her husband. He wanted to show her that the Messiah would reveal Himself to her outside of her struggles and outside of her stigmas, and that in the midst of her question and how she saw herself, He didn't see her that way. And as a matter of fact, this woman, became so touched by Him in her heart that she became one of the craziest evangelists for Him. And it's documented that she actually went back to her village of Samaria and evangelized to the people. And so, friends, if you are struggling in this day, and you feel like you just want to hide yourself, He's there with you. And He's right here, right now, to help you, show you that you are more than what you're struggling with. And you don't have to hide from Him. He is looking for you, and He wants you to know that you're not your struggle. You're not what you're going through. You're not your weight. You are a valuable, beautiful daughter of the King, and He's seeking you, and He wants to come and be a help to you. We would love to take a quick break to tell you about this opportunity. You see, in 2018, the Lord helped me lose weight in what felt like a supernatural way. It felt like it was just melting off of me, and I ended up losing 40 pounds. And so I've put together a free ebook that I believe the Lord wants to give to you. It's got 5 truths to your effortless weight loss. And in that book, I share the one biblical truth that the Lord showed me that helped me really step out of striving and step into an ease of His grace to walk in freedom for my weight loss. And I believe He has the same for you. We also have it in an audiobook version because we know that many of you are busy. So I encourage you to click the link below in the comments or go to www.feastingin.eden.com to pick up your free ebook today. This is one thing that I want to encourage you, just like we were talking about the woman at the well. Jesus said, I am the living water, and you will never thirst again if you come to me. Physically, He also wants to, I feel like He's pointing out how amazing and important water is for your body. And it's actually super important for your weight loss. It's important to have the hydration going throughout your body. So if you're struggling even just to eat anything well, my encouragement to you would be to at least try to get your water in. So start with your water, start small, start prioritizing yourself with one thing and make sure you're getting hydration. If you don't like it, put ice in it, put lemon, put some different, flavors in it, except for the processed flavors, stay away from those. But that will really help you along the way. And one of those recipes that I can give you is going to be a mint water. I put some water in a glass, add some mint, add some lemon and some lime and some cucumber, and let that sit in there. And that will help infuse the water, and it'll be super refreshing. I love lemon in my water, and if you serve it over ice, it'll be like just a nice, cool, summery feel to it, even though we're headed into fall. The other thing you can do, I like to do this if you struggle with eating or with drinking soda and different things like that. I recommend getting a Perrier water, just a mineral water, and putting some lime in it and serving it over some ice. That will taste like a Sprite, but it won't be with the sugar. So you might feel a little bit difference of the flavor at first, but it's going to be a great substitute if you're really craving that little soda feel. So friends, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, smash the like button, hit subscribe. I would love for you to join our community because it is imperative that we help each other and that we help each other along in all areas of life, but specifically in this area. I want to be there for you. So I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.